All right, so I want full disclosure here. Cassie, I want you to grab a mic. Are you guys in for your money's worth when you listen to bonus content next week? So we cut it yesterday, and it ended up turning into a mostly one-sided, heated debate from me, with Cassie feeling like she was attacked, which also led into a therapy session for me, a legit therapy session for me yesterday, which, opened up. I'm going to try to choose my words carefully here because I am off the air. I went to a therapist a couple of weeks ago and trying to figure out why my body is stressed out, but I don't feel the stress. But I have all sorts of gadgets that tell me like how healthy I am every single day. So even though I'm feeling great, my body is saying, you ain't. And I'm at a part in my life now where I'm thinking, you know what? I would really like to live long. So I got to change these things. And any therapist or professional I've gone to says, you got to figure out how internally to chill out whatever is going on in your mind right there that is still causing you stress. You got to figure this out. So I went to a new therapist, and damn it, unfortunately, she's really good. Really good. And I thought I was going in there because I've gone through therapy so much in my life because of my parents and the way that I grew up, and I'm still trying to shake a lot of the foundation of that. I spent so much time working on it. I'm so frustrated by it that I thought I was going into this therapist for her just to tinker a little bit. You know what? Just tinker with the engine just a little bit. And it turns out that the brakes are failing. And it also turns out that it needs an alignment. And it also turns out that it needs new oil. And I just wanted the engine tinkered with. And it has really brought up a whole bunch of very painful things from my past that I thought that I had either dealt with or I guess buried, right? And a lot of this, I really feel naked here. A lot of this has to do with never feeling protected by my parents at all in any way, shape, or form. One of them was sexually, which we go into on the bonus content, which is why, honestly, we figured it out during the bonus content why I was getting so heated about it. I grew up in an environment where my dad was have sex with everybody. Have sex as much as you can. It doesn't matter. You're a man. It just makes you more of a man and more of a man and more of a man. And that was my foundation. And that's what I lived with for a long part of my life. And there is so much shame that I feel right now of that part of my life and handling that and not being protected and being taught that that was the way to go, that it's part of some of the tinkering that's going on. So when I brought this specific topic up, which was, sexual competitiveness that's going on now with a lot of women that are like, hey, you know what? I'm going to have sex with 1,200 guys over the course of the next 48 hours. And sure enough, 1,200 douchebags show up to have sex with this woman. And then somebody else is like, oh my gosh, she's making $600,000 a month doing that. I'm going to do it too. And it has become a trend now on OnlyFans. And I brought it to the table yesterday because I couldn't figure out why this one topic bothers me so much. It gets under my skin so much when I, generally speaking, do not care what people do with their own lives. If you're not hurting me, my friends, or as Kristen brought up in the bonus content, or you're hurting somebody else, I shouldn't care about it. In this case, I really do feel like it is damaging other people. And
you feel like it's damaging themselves?
I think there's so much damage. I think when you have 1,200 guys showing up for that also, I think that there are 1,200 damaged guys that have been taught by their fathers also, or somebody, that this is okay. And the women that are doing this now through yesterday, and Cassie felt legitimately attacked yesterday, and I apologized for that, and I'll apologize again. That what I was sticking up really was for me. I was sticking up for the kid that went through it, that had all of this sex in the name of it being somehow, some way making more of a man. And now the repercussions of looking back at it, I didn't know at the time. And I don't think these women know right now what the repercussions are going to be. And a lot of them are saying that this is part of an empowering experience for them, which is what I was groomed to think also, and it's not. It really isn't. So when it came up and Cassie had a different opinion about this, rather than having a level-headed debate with her, I got really steamed about it yesterday to a point where I just lost my freaking mind yesterday. And I went into therapy with that yesterday, and it made sense to me afterwards that I was really kind of sticking up for the integrity of myself, like not wanting to be that person, and knowing that the ramifications for these women are going to be so. Was part of our debate. How do I know that the ramifications are going to be so deep for these women? I know because I've been there, and I'm nervous for these women that at some point or another, they are going to look at their lives and look at what they have done to make this $1 million. And they're going to realize that they've wrapped their self-worth in one thing. And that is having sex with as many guys as they can. And that is going to lead them down a very dark, dangerous place, which it has me also in the past. And I think that's why I dug in so much yesterday. It didn't really have to do with you. And I'm sorry you were the victim of that. And I even thought yesterday, you know what? Let's just not even post it. Let's just not even post it. I was so embarrassed thinking about how I handled it yesterday, because I also became the guy that I absolutely hate now also, which is when you're having a debate, you're not listening to the other person. You're just winning. Win, 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 win. Whatever they're saying doesn't make any sense. And I turned into that guy for a couple of minutes.
Well, honestly, yesterday, and I posted this on my Instagram story, was one of the reasons that debate was one of the reasons I love this show. We have these debates from time to time, and I think it explores really important subjects, and I think it gets at like an impassionate level. And honestly, I live for those kinds of segments, and I didn't take it personally at all. And there are a couple things you said within our conversation, the debate, and I thought about it more later. And for me, it made me realize, I was like, Bert is protecting himself as a child. He's doing the protection he never got as a child. And you mentioned something else in there about like protecting kids. And I was like, you are literally just looking out for other people. I don't take it personally. And I do the same thing too. I get really passionate and I'll pop off on people because there's so much. I'm like, how are you not understanding? How is this like something that you're not getting right now? I don't understand. Like, it's so basic. But they're just different viewpoints. So I honestly don't take it personally. I appreciate the apology, but I don't take it personally at all. And I don't feel any differently. And hell yes, we're posting it because that was a damn good conversation.
Bert got big mad.
I got big mad. And I'm embarrassed that I allowed my emotions to take over so much that I couldn't have what could have really been a very constructive conversation about it. I took it over and I attacked you. And I'm sorry. And part of that also to me is my firm belief that when you're doing stuff like this, you're not only affecting yourself, but you're at some point or another, a lot of these women are probably going to have kids accidentally. That was a joke. They're probably going to have kids. So that is going to have an effect on their children and their children's children and their children's children also. When you're doing stuff like that, you don't realize what your future self is going to have, the effect it's going to have on your entire family. So I was mourning for that also. And after that, I sat Hollis down yesterday after my my session with my therapist, and we had a good long talk about sex yesterday, based on everything we talked about yesterday.
And can I give you some credit too? I think when you look at people, you can tell the type of person they are. Everyone does things that they wish they hadn't done, right? Or maybe getting mad during a debate. You just said you wish you had handled it differently and had a real debate. For me, the true marker of character is when you have those moments, how do you handle them moving forward? And you sat in your discomfort and you dug deep and you doubled down on yourself and you're like, no, why? And then you talked about it in therapy and it led to hopefully a really productive conversation with your son. So for me, like, watching somebody here be like, I wish I hadn't handled it that way. And then you literally publicly showcasing how you addressed it with yourself and then how that had, a positive effect on a conversation with your son later just shows me the kind of person you are and the kind of character that you have. And honestly, I'm glad we had that debate. And I'm honestly glad to know you because that's the kind of person I want to be in my life. When I do something I don't like, I want to be the kind of person who calls myself out on the mat and is like, why did that happen? What could I have done differently? And what am I going to do to address it? And you did that. And I just think that is probably one of the most strong moral foundations a human being can have.
I appreciate you saying that. It's only making me.
I believe it.
It's only making me feel worse. I'm just kidding.
Job accomplished, Cass.
I'll tell you what really snapped me out of it. When you use the words, I'm trying to figure out what I have said to make you attack me. As soon as you said the word attack, I kind of snapped out of it. Like, you're right. I am attacking you. So you'll get your money's worth next week. What are they paying for bonus content?
I think it's something like $40 for the entire year, or like $3.99 a month, and you get the Bert Show ad free and the bonus content.
You get all $40 in next week's alone. You owe us money.
Well, I love you, Bert.
Thank you, and I love you too. And that's why I feel so bad about what I said.
Stop feeling bad. Stop.
And if you hear munching, that wasn't that was Mo, Abby, and myself not talking, just eating the popcorn. The two of them went back and forth.
Extra butter. You know what? The Bert Show.